morning and good afternoon, and welcome to a few highlights on our Q4 Integral Yoga course sponsored by Hindu University of America, The Inner Worlds and Hidden Forces of Life. We live in a world saturated by various forms of noise, anxiety, social media feeds, and collective stress. And we naturally assume that the thoughts and anxieties and moods passing through our heads belong entirely to us. We live under the illusion that our minds are isolated islands. But Integral Yoga completely shatters this misconception. According to Sri Aurobindo, the human mind does not actually generate thoughts from scratch. It acts like a radio tower, constantly receiving, filtering, and transmitting universal forces from behind the veil of our surface awareness. As Satprem brilliantly writes in Sri Aurobindo and the Adventure of Consciousness, quote, "We live in a state of constant illusion, thinking we are the authors of our thoughts. Our mind is a public square open to all the winds." In this first part of the course, we will break down the illusion of isolation and realize that we are active participants in a vast shared network of universal ideas and emotions. Once we understand that we are cosmic radio receivers, the critical question becomes, what exactly are we tuning into? The universal manifestation is a dynamic playing field of unseen energies, and this course provides the exact maps and tools that will help you develop spiritual discrimination. We will learn to differentiate between beneficial forces, which quietly urge our spiritual evolution, peace, and harmony, and hostile forces, which deliberately exploit our egoic vulnerabilities through sudden waves of doubt, depression, and division. Alongside this, we will explore the Mother's unique principles of mirroring and shadow work, learning how the friction we experience in our outer environments is often just an exact reflection of these hidden universal currents interacting with our own unpurified nature.
This course explores the invisible psychological and occult architecture of our individual and universal beings, focusing on the hidden forces that constantly shape our thoughts, feelings, and actions from behind the veil of surface consciousness. Grounded in the vision of Sri Aurobindo's Integral Yoga, we will examine the critical distinction between hostile and beneficial forces, equipping students with the spiritual discrimination needed to reject negative suggestions and open to divine influence. Alongside these universal dynamics, we will explore various aspects of our inner subtle worlds, including the technology of dreams, inner visions, and the awakening of the subtle senses, and examine the spiritual overcoming of the play of forces as explained by the Mother, quote, "Fix your eyes upon the higher light, step back from the play of forces, remain quiet and look up," unquote. If you are ready to step behind the veil, decode the hidden architecture of your daily experience, and transform your relationship with the invisible worlds, I invite you to join us for this course, Integral Yoga, the Inner Worlds and Hidden Forces of Life.